Hello, welcome to my channel, and today I would like to share some very useful tools for the solo RPG. Not only for the solo RPG, but mainly, or at least I use these tools for the solo RPG. And I would like to start with this tool here called Fantasy Name Generator. It's a very useful tool. As the name says, it's a name generator. So we have names for almost everything here. So you can just pick a category on the top. Let's get, for instance, real name, and then you have several cultures. Just pick one, and if you are going to have this table here with some with 10 names. You can just get female names or male names and just roll 1d10 and pick one or choose one. And you have names for locations as well. Everything, dungeon names, for instance, English names, French names, uh, and so on. Another tool that that has some named generators as well, but all the types of random generators is this one here called donjon. I will try to put the links in the descriptions afterwards, and then you don't need to memorize any name. And this tool here, it's focused on fantasy. I would say more D&D stuff, although there are some science fiction and alien RPG down below, as you can see here. Uh, but basically there are several tools as well that can be used for your campaign, for your adventure, such as random in generator, for instance. It says the type, who is the owner, the innkeeper, location, description, and some some interesting people that could be there too. And you can go to, let's see, treasure map generator. You see, this is the a random treasure map. I could try to put more marks, change the layout. I could just generate another one if I wish. Yeah, so it's really useful. You can just print these or save as a PNG, and then maybe give to your players during the adventure. What else? Random town generator. This is really good. It basically create everything: the name, the environment, the size, race, culture. You can actually choose this one here and then click to random, and then you're going to have these some information here. So the name, who how is the government, some places, few NPCs, and so on. So you can just explore these. I still have some other tools that I would like to share, so I will not just click on every single option on this website. Another one is this Run Gen. This is another website with a lot of generators too. You can just go here, characters, and we have this list: superpower, personality, family generator. This is really great. Um, and for word as well, items, names too, and some miscellaneous stuff. Let's just open this family generator. I use this once and it's great. You can just say that the age or something, uh, the drama that you'd like to have, the detail that you'd like to have, and then you just click on generator. As I didn't define an age, it's just pick one. So it says that my character is 44 years old, and then my mother, my father, brother, um, brothers, sisters, siblings in general, children if I have some, and the name and the and how many years. or they have. So some information about maternal family, paternal family. So it's really good. You can play with it, and other generators too. Uh, this one has some tools. Uh, if you go here in this web toys, you have some, and specifically this zero dice is the one that I use most. Basically, you have some options with image dices, or cards or runes, or even standard dice as well, fate dice, and so on. So I will just keep the image dice because this one is the one that I really like, and I can just choose to roll just one up to 6, and let's roll 5 for instance. And when I roll, I get some images, and I can use these images as an inspiration for something. Maybe a knight, switching something, and maybe someone going in a trip, and then I can just try to figure out what these mean depending on the context. It can be even used if I wish to create a plot hook, for instance. So I could just grab this one here, and I can say, although it's a bird, I could say, oh, it's something that flies. I could understand this as a dragon. It's a it's a danger to a city. So this is the plot hook. It's simple, or anything else, and I can just keep some. I could just keep this one, for instance, and re-roll the other two. Oops, actually I should have clicked it and then re-roll here. Yeah, and this one in the middle will be the same. I could even roll 6, and then this one wouldn't change. So basically, by using these checkboxes, and it's really great. There are some other symbols as well. These include modern symbols, but I don't see any difference in the end. Playing cards, runes, and so on. Um, Now I need to share this one here because this one here is has basically everything that you need for inspiration, even Oracle, everything is here. So one can use only this website to run an adventure. Basically, as you can see here, every content is already generated, but if I click reroll, everything will change in this page, everything. And what do we have here? We have this number and some uh, masks here. We have some likelihoods. We have dice rolls as well, D4, D6, until the D100. Some symbols, some random words for inspiration. Mythic event generator as well is here. Some sound, sight, feeling, smell descriptors. More symbols that you can use. This is only shows directions, for instance. So if I just re-roll here, you can see they change. And then we have some oracles, but we do have some quests, dungeons, trap, wilderness, urban environment, NPC, encounters, treasure, Iron Sworn. And this is really great because Iron Sworn has a really great, not has several great tables that can be used, and we have these tables here. Just by clicking here, you are going to roll in every single table that Iron Sworn has. Even Iron Sworn Delve, that is used for dungeon crawl in Iron Sworn, so it's here too. So you can just roll here, and then you have the whole Oracle available in this website. It's really good. This one, it's basically one tool for everything. So just roll here, and then you can just play your game really, really easily. Another one that I think it's really great, but the book is really amazing. It's called Perilous Wilds. And the book has more information and teach you how to use this stuff that we have in this website. But the website itself can be used regardless if you know how to use it or not, because there are some generators here, such as random danger. So some ideas here, an aspect, a visibility, and maybe you can see, okay, if it's buried or camouflage, it might be a trap, for instance. Aspect, a love, an admiration, maybe this is a mermaid. Yeah, camouflage it. Yeah. And then yeah, you have curse, so we can understand this in many ways. We can reload this, or we can go back and try to random, or try to choose some other option, maybe random discovery, and then we have these as well. If I reroll, we have some properties. Sometimes we have less properties, but in the end we have um, some some inspirations as well. This one, I really like this one too. This is actually for Mutant Year Zero or Forbidden Lands. Uh, Usually I go here, and Forbidden Lands has some good tables too, random tables. We have all random tables here, generators as well. So if I would like, for instance, to generate a legend, I can just click here and it will generate a legend for us. So a long time ago, before the Blood Mist, there was a scared lord that sought an enemy because of greed. They traveled to a grave located close by in some mountains to the southeast. As the legend goes, it is said that they starved to death, and that at the location there is a suit of armor, but also there is a danger in the form of maniac goblins. So yeah, this is a legend. So this could be a plot hook for your adventure, for instance. And some mishaps, if you roll badly on something, maybe on making camp, you can just roll here and it says, oh, ants, your camp sits in the middle of an ant road. You suffer 1 point of damage to agility, and no one gets any sleep here. Although there are some mechanics that belongs to the system, you can just adapt this to your system, or you can just not adapt the mechanical stuff, but at only the results that, okay, no one will sleep this night because of ants. So there are some useful tools here. Another one related to Forbidden Lands is this generator. And these basically create villages, dungeons, castles, even demons. And if you roll, for instance, for a village, you can just pick a size or just keep all them selected. And if I roll, I have a name and a description of this village and 1 point of interest here. You can roll again, and once again, another city, and then another city. If I go to dungeon and I roll, I have the name and I have some history in the background, even the amount of rooms in this dungeon. It's really good tool. It's a really good tool as well for that. So castle, it could be an outpost, a tower, a palace. So it's just you roll and then you have a name and a description as well. PBTA generators. This has several tools for from the Perilous Wilds book and from the Freebooters of the Frontiers. And because yeah, those both has a lot of tables, have a lot of tables, and we can just go here, for instance, campaign, click here, and then actually I need to select something like a campaign feature, a comet. Okay, streak slowly across the sky. This is I need to clear. This one is invalid. So this is what I wrote. Let's clear here and maybe another campaign, or actually a campaign feature. Maybe a lost civilization, or maybe a region name, or an incident in a settlement, and so on. So there are a lot of things here. NPC, you could just roll NPC by choosing an occupation, and then let's see, this is an occupation. Yeah, so there are a lot of tables here. Another one that's really cool as well is this artflow.ai. This is a AI website, but here you can just see some creations from other people, and you can create yours as well. And I use this just to have an idea of how my character or NPC looks like. So I could just say, for instance, if I find a woman, that it is a priest of a holy god, and with blonde hair, and then it will create, based on these words, avatar here, and then you can use this on your character sheet or on your NPC, at least to have a overview of how they like. So this is one example. I use these a lot, not a lot, but sometimes in some adventures, and these are the characters that I had already. This website has several tools for several generators, but visual generators. You have generator for neighborhood, for medieval fantasy city, caves, villages, even 3D generators where you can just go through the cities and try to have a view of how your adventurers can see stuff in the city. And this one parallels shores as well. Let me just open one, and this just draw a map randomly with some points. Yeah, it's hard to read. Okay, yeah, but you can use this for your campaign to start something. It's a really good tool too. Maybe if I re-roll here. Now, yeah, I have a different one. Now it's way better. Now you can see there is a village here. There is a forest. There is a haunted prison here. Okay, a fair rich city and a salt shell town. So we have a village, a town, a city, a prison, and a forest. So it's a good place to have an adventure, right? And yeah, and we have several other tools here. I could just spend a lot of time showing you all of them, but I still have more websites, so feel free to explore these afterwards. This is Dave's Mapper, and basically it has several tiles by different artists, and it just shuffle all tiles and randomly generates a dungeon or a cavern or a village or a city. So if I just press here, for instance, so you can see that the art style is different, but they match with each other. At least the flow, you can see the paths, they match. But if you see, oh, I don't like this one, just click here and pick another one. You can even rotate this if you think that you should rotate, and the same. If you would like to have a side view dungeon, this is really great because sometimes we only have the top down view, but this is the side view, and it's really great because you can see how deep you can go in this dungeon, into this dungeon. And this apply the same rule applies here, so you can just change the things here. You can uh, switch the sides and so on. Same for villages. You can have a village or city, even sci-fi ships or sci-fi cities. Ah, I don't like this one. And what else? Oh, this is really great. This is Dungeon Scroll, and this is a tool that you can use to draw basically your dungeon. So you can just grab these two here. For instance, I can just start this, and then it just draw the dungeon for me. I can just pick this, for instance, and put another one here. And if I decide that I would like to have a door here, I can just put a door, maybe another door. Maybe I have a door here too. And then I can just, yeah, just play a little bit here. I mess up with this one. Yeah, maybe here I have a huge door. And then I have stairs, maybe here. Yeah, so it's really great. There are some tools, there are some options. You can even change the background uh, of the dungeon. You can change the stroke with it, the line as well. You can change, and even shadow stroke uh, can be changed. So a lot of things can be changed and personalized, customize it as you wish. You can just turn off the grid or put more grid, or yeah, I can remove the grid, put the grid. Yeah, it's really cool. It's really cool. Um, this one is for hex. So if you want to draw some hexes, you can use this tool. I am not too familiar to this one actually. In the end, I used another one, but there are a lot of tiles in this side, and you can just click and put everything. Just click one, and then you can add, uh, you can draw anything that you wish here. Water, you can just draw. Um, I can, yeah, I can do anything. It's just it's really cool. I think I can draw a river here. Yes, the river. I can just draw a river too. So there are several options here. Just pick one and yeah, enjoy. Another hex tool is this one here. It's a little bit different. You can just click the what you wish. It's click and it's drag and drop. It's drag and drop. Okay. So you have some options in the right side. Uh, I think like Carcassonne, because the tiles you can try to match them, but I need to. I can just play with it, and you have several things. Uh, yeah, it's really nice to play with it. In the end, you can put some cities, maybe a castle here. Yeah, so a lot of options, several options in the end that you can use. Um, and this is it's really cool. I like the design of this one, and it's really simple to use. In the end, we can save this. I'm not sure how we can export this. Can we? Not sure. Maybe we can. Let's see if we say, oh, okay. it downloads. If you click save, it's going to download the map for you. Okay, this one here is an NPC generator. It's for D&D, but I don't use this ability score. Sometimes I just need to know um, some descriptions and personality traits, so I can just click here and then I have it. It's really easy, and we have even a plot hook here. So if it could be a quest giver in the end, this NPC. So you just click here and generate, and then read the name, uh, how old she is, and some descriptions, and yeah, some personality traits, uh, alignment tendencies. Uh, it's really good because it doesn't say it's lawful good or it's neutral evil. No, it just tell you a little bit through these points the tendency for a specific alignment. Yeah, I really like this one. Um, oh, okay. This one is a dice roller, and I know that there are a lot of dice rollers that can be used. So this one, but one thing actually that it has is that you can roll with other people. So you can just share a room with other players. So I'm talking about solo stuff. So one could just use this for solo. If you do not have all the dices that you would like to have, you can use this here. But if you are playing GMless in co-op, you can share this room with your friend or even with your group. And then you can just click here. For instance, I would like to roll these dices, roll dice, and then it rolls. I can just roll again. Roll against here, roll, re-roll, and it's going to re-roll. Yeah, and then I can clear everything. It's really cool. I like this one, although I don't use it very often. Another one is this simple tool. Um, Actually, we have dice rollers here as well, but the main thing that I like here is this deck of cards, because sometimes I have some oracles or even systems that use cards. So instead of playing with physical cards, I do have them here, but sometimes I wish I like to have everything in my computer. So I just use this one. So basically I just grab a card and then yeah, and then I can just put them there. Don't put them here. So it works similar to a physical deck of cards. So it's really easy to use. There are some tokens here too. I've never used these, but one can use these to put some tokens on the table, some dices. You can even customize some dices. And if I'm not wrong, it's possible to have more than one people. Yes, there is a multiplayer option here, but it's still in experimental phase. But usually, yeah, for deck of cards, I use this. This one is this is a virtual tabletop. I really like this one. It's really simple. It runs on a tablet or in a mobile phone even, and it has this dice roller that I use it a lot, because you can just pick some dice uh, style, and then you can just roll them here really fast. You can even get the dice put in another place, and then okay, let's roll another dice and another dice, and I can roll everything, or I could just roll one of them if I wish. Clean up really fast. So it's really fast and it's really good. I really like this one here. However, sometimes if you wish to use some virtual tabletops, you would need to have some tokens, right? So I use this tool here for these tokens. Basically, what you need to do, go and grab some picture. Let me see if I have one here that I can use. Yes, I do. Let's see this one here, for instance. I can just put this here, and then I can choose the border. There are some types of borders that you can pick. Once you have decided, you can choose a color. My image already have a background, but if it was transparent in the background, I could just put some, change the color as well. I could add a text. I can uh, increase the scale or reduce the scale, and yeah, and basically this. And once it's done, you can just save and download the image. It's really good. This one here is a tabletop audio where one can find very easily several tracks for your adventure. So there is ambience, music, and yeah, several themes, and they have new uh, tracks added. I'm not sure how often, but I can say every month at least you have more options here, and their catalog has currently 337 songs available. And several categories as well: fantasy, sci-fi, historical, modern, nature, horror, and music. And this one is really good. Um, the songs here, they could bring some inspiration to you, or some kind of uh, of background for your storytelling. Or yeah, I think this is really good. And once again, I think that's all for today. And thank you for being here. See you on the next video. Bye bye.